Hello and welcome to the Craft Theory server, for which I am part of. It's been a while since I made a video, but that's due to a couple of things. One, massive projects here and in two other places. The other reason, I had progress videos of things going on, but the hard drive that it was all recorded on doesn't really work anymore. It does, but at 300 kilobytes per second, you can't record on that. No, you can't. Anyway, so it was going to be a video on the house and being built. But since most of the work is done, although it's still quite a bit that could be done anyway, it's going to be this and two other projects now. So let's F5 our way back. And one of the things we did is we finished all the pretty lights here in the bowling alley. And you might notice that we've got pins. That's because while I was making a new path to make a new lava farm after a brand spanking new nether hub has been built, the old one has been pretty much blocked off. So we made a new one. While in the process, a bunch of skeletons, the dark ones that are down there, which I forget what they're called, and the fiery guys, which I'm also forgetting the name of, the blazes, were out. I got a blaze rod and I got a wither skull head, that's the name. So we got a ball, quote unquote, and pins, quote unquote. Only one ball so far, but two lanes that are doable, although a game of bowling would be pretty slow. And of course, depending where you are, it depends on what you would consider this to be. Where I'm from, I consider this candle pin. And from where you are, it could be duck pin, could be 10 pin, could be 5 pin, but Minecraft limitations, keeping things to scale, which is one of my things, there's only room for 2. So there's the ball and the pins. And one of the things I've done was pretty up the undersides of the roofs. I mean, there's still quite a bit of attic space that needs to be done over. But you can see here, it's no longer that blocky look. It's all completed. Minecraft limitations there. I'll show you that in a moment. Oh, actually, let's go here now. See this dirt scaffolding? It was to put up the part of the finish in this room. Last time you saw it, it was just 1 story high pretty much. Well, this little entryway is all done. This room is still the same, the dining room, except it's got the finished architecture. So there you go. That's what that looks like. And the kitchen looks the same as it always did. Here's my really I suck at Minecraft style system here, where I put lava buckets in, put what needs to be cooked in here, output there, storage here. I've used it for other things besides food, and of course the bookstore thing here. Haven't got into it yet because I was too busy doing stuff. Closet for spare house parts in case zombies break down doors, which happens, and other things. One of the things we also have done is there's a floor in here. This has been grass the last time I showed it to you. Kind of like it is here in this closet. Still never got around to that. Here's the library, still in the not completed stage yet. There's going to be some decoration up top. More appropriate lighting along here. Might just keep it quote-unquote sconce style in here. Might just do that. Alright, and I've shown you the bowling alley. Alright, so either stairway will work. I've finished up this hallway here. Yes, the torches are intentional sconce style. Where it's too dark, I got the glowstone, except I didn't have enough of the trapdoors to make that pretty. Here's my bedroom. If this looks weird, that's because this is a main pillar, and that is detail. that is a thing that happens in the real world. The only thing that's not exactly realistic is the scale. It's slightly larger than normal. Here's the bedroom. I have to put the beds 1 block away from the wall, or else you get hit, you get damage. I also put an infill here, do some work here, storage here, random stuff that will be used for other things. This is just a back way. I'll show you anyway. This is private entry, which goes to the attic, which I will show you. As you can see, this kind of looks ugly. So I'm going around and putting the birch in so it looks a little better. Plus it makes this look all supported. It's just built in a way there's no true way to really do that without making gargantuanly thick structure using the upside down staircase. And this is the grand ballroom. Well, not where we are, but underneath this is, and I will show you that in a moment. And yeah, you won't be able to get under there soon, and I better sneak here. But here's a look at the bowling alley from way up. You don't want to fall off. That's something I need to address anyway. Like I said, this is going to be sort of closed off. Same difference there. You notice the white wall here. We'll show you that as well. And this is the big foyer that you saw that now has a roof and everything. Alright, so let's head down. Shut that. As I show you here, private quarters. And I'll put the torch in the hand. Obstructs the least. And here's the balcony, so you can sit and watch the bowling matches. Yeah, like Minecraft limitations, so you lose a little of the view. You see the very beginning of the lanes here, kind of not here, even less here. But like I said, it's all for looks. And this door here is nothing more than a closet. There's going to be a door there ultimately. And you see this door here, which when we go up the stairs, this has to get finished up. Needs to be a railing. Above the bowling alley, and these are unfinished, so is the lighting and the ceiling as well, although the upside down staircases are fully intact. This is the billiard room. 6 pool tables. And again, sneaky sneak over here. There's going to be a way from up here to down there. That's the again, the bowling alley. The pin setters will be put in. Bunny quotes on the word pin setter. And I'm thinking in this big blank space that looks kind of butt ugly, especially on the outside, is there'll be stairs that of course come up to here, but along the way there's going to be a big set of doors and a big deck looking out back. I think that would be a nice little touch. So that's the house, more or less. But there's plenty of stuff outside the house to look at, and shows you how often oh, wait a minute, the ballroom. This is all done. Ooh, pretty. In fact, yeah, I'm not gonna give it the good old screenshot love quite yet, because we gotta cover these things. As you can see, the roof has been, the beams that are up there have been covered up. You can see we don't have all the stuff to make it look 100% pretty, but there you go. It's lit properly, what have not. This is the guest bedroom. As you can see, quite a few guests. 6 of them could sleep here and store their stuff. Again, beds 1 away from the wall so they don't take damage. I think that's a problem in this game. And we got the balcony over here, which overlooks most of the, well, a small chunk of the city and the property. You might have remembered that there was a wheat farm here. Well, that's been kind of moved and no longer there. And over there is the slightly underground horse stables. I'm going to show you that as well. And we got a couple of fountains to just make the entry look pretty. It's getting dark. Let's sleep this off. As you know, I'm trying to keep this video as quick as possible, but you know me and quick videos, they're not really a thing. If I can get it under 30 minutes, I think I amaze people if that happens. So we can sleep off the night in multiplayer. This is a multiplayer survival adults only server. So if you're an adult and you want to be on the Craft Theory server, there will be a link in the description. And you can click on it and beg Monkey, who is the owner of the server, Monkey Work to be exact, that you want to be on this server and you're willing to sacrifice your life for it. Anyway, here's a driveway and the two little fountains. An unexpected benefit to these fountains is run and jump and fail. I would land on the water and that damage would not have happened. Of course, you know the cow farm, that's still there. This is the mostly underground stables. This was in the footage I had that got lost because the hard drive that the progress video was on, quit. 300 kilobytes per second is not enough speed to make a video, or even play a simple 720p video. So never mind recording. So just to keep the view of the house kind of the main thing, this is mostly underground. And you just go down this over here. And here we are at the stables. You get the pig on the saddle, which I did get the When Pigs Fly achievement. I built a slightly, like a 7 brick high cliff for him to jump off of while riding. And, of course, here's Horsey. And we say hi to people that come on the server usually. Cheer them on when they get an achievement. So here's the front of the house. All pretty and stuff. So I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a good old F2. I'm trying to figure out, okay, that'll do. That'll be the thumbnail that you'll see. Pumpkins, this is part of the lighting project where I put a torch in a pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern that is, and ultimately light this up. This is all going to move anyway. So, here's where the big project is, and it's behind the house. You can kind of see I terraced off this area here. And right behind the bowling alley, sort of behind the bowling alley, we have a greenhouse, which I have told anyone in Craft Theory you may freely use, being that this is a renewable resource. We got carrots. We have potatoes. I think somebody helped themselves and forgot to plant. And we have the beets. And then we got this terrace up here, in which this is where the pumpkins are going to ultimately go. And if I find regular melons at some point, that'll go here. And a space that I'm hoping I could make those trees that you find in the end. I can't recall what they are. And over here is a sheep pen. Again, anyone on the server may shear sheep to their heart's desire. Just do not dye them, unless you have bone meal to turn them back to white. If you shear sheep on your own, there's enough sheep here, and I might add just a few more, and I'm not being sarcastic, I literally mean maybe a few or several more, that even at this point, if you keep clipping away, this is pretty much a perpetual sheep farm. There's very rare instance, I think it only happened once, where I actually ran out of sheep that didn't have anything, but within a second or two, all taken care of. They started eating again. Here's a little wheat farm that I'm making. As you can see, it's just a little bigger than what was out front. And again, renewable resource, that's true. So long as you replant I'm cool with you using it. Back there, I got trees to do more work with. So that's pretty much what we got here. The rest of the property is pretty much the same as it was when you last saw it. So there's nothing more to really show you there. And I am building something here downtown. I'll just give you a quick look at some of the other stuff that's here. So like I said, I try to make quick videos, but that's just something me and videos don't do well together with, and that's being fast. Someone has decided to, well, actually, I can't remember his name exactly. His name, I'm pretty dumb, so I can't pronounce his name. But Dr. Brands, I can't recall his name. You know who you are, and you could probably correct me in the comments. He's building the city hall, but it has a fatal flaw. He put the lava too close to the building, and the really nice looking entry is gone. And so are parts of the floor. But that's all the damage there is. Everything else is intact. It's really, really nice looking building. Maybe a bit over detailed, but in a not really bad way. It looks really nice. Over detailing when done right actually looks pretty good. There's our portal to from the Nether Hub. And the mailbox area. Again, this is all a work in progress. And I think there's something underneath. Let's just fall through the floor. Oh yeah, I think we got storage here. General purpose storage, I think. Public mine drop. This is to the Elytra Tower. I believe that is how it is actually pronounced. There was a video made by Adults Only Minecraft that has the appropriate pronunciation. Elytra, all wrong. Public mine ladder, so this is a mine, and random stuff is in here. And there is an exit. I just, for some reason, can never figure it out. Because things like that happen. Yeah, the floor needs to be fixed. Here we are in spots we probably shouldn't be in. Wonderful. I'm going to have to waste some of my dirt so I can get out. Looks like I've already done that because, yeah, that's me. I had to do this to get out. Oh no, this actually isn't me. But, you know what? This was here. That was here. There we go. Exit. Stage left. Now, I'm not going to show you this building because it's pretty close to wrapped up. But this is proof that even though a person like me truly sucks at Minecraft, it doesn't mean that you can't be a halfway decent builder. And with that being said, this is mine. It's a theater. It's all boarded up so you can't see inside. And the name of it is none other than Monty Hall. Waka waka. Anyway, if you don't get the reference, well, you're either too young or you're just not from the United States or Canada, where it is something pretty obvious. So, when this is done, I'll show it to you. It's pretty close. However, the next project I'm showing you is one I'm working on right now, although it will not be constantly worked on to the end. I just want to spend another few days just getting some work done. This is a new banner shop that appeared. This was not here the last time I was around. So here we go. Look up, we can do custom banners for the home. Thing is, I don't see a price index as to how much things are. I can't quite figure out. Yeah, I don't see a pricing. I don't see pricing. And here's the cake building, which I've shown you before, but we're here. There's only one cake left in it. Oh yes, the Craft Theory Ironworks, Crimson Crafters Ironworks. Here, everything, you can use the anvils for free. If you want to buy any of this stuff, you can. It is a donation thing if you want to give something in return, like diamonds, iron just to replenish, or any form of sensible payment, you can. If you don't, no big deal, but I plan on, per usual, trying to do it all myself. I do use some of these shops once in a while. And then we have iron here, the armor, and here's a place to sleep. I think that was for Iron Maiden Jenny who built this, and it's getting dark, so let's go up here and just sleep it off, being I'm right here. The stars are starting to show up. Yep, that's a sign that it's pretty much ready to sleep. That's too close. Oh, Screaming Eagle's doing that for us, so we don't have to do it. Alright, last one, and I keep going the old way. This used to be the way to the spawn area, but everything's been moved since we got a new nether portal. So, this is a clock tower that Donut MFs never ever got back to. I think real life has gotten in the way of things. Yeah, see, I left a place that hopefully I can make some of these trees in my little garden. Okay, here's the portal. Over there's a arena. Like I said, things are going a little long. And here's the horse stables, sheep of any color that you want. Grab some of that. Some food if you need it. Over there's a automatic potato / carrot farm, I think it is. I know potatoes at least. And unfortunately, the Flying Dutchman is no more. He had a villager set up which had a skylight going into the wooden ship. Lightning hit it, and then, well, now it's just ugly mess of blocks. Anyway, one thing I want to show you, the last thing, this is where I'm ending the video, is, alright, we're here. This is the spawn area, where if you're a new player or you're going between towns, this is where you go. If you're new and you're joining a team, if they say, hello, John Smith, you're going to be part of the blue team. You hit the top button to join the particular team. It changes your name to the particular color. And as you can see, George F551 in the text there. I am red. Sky Pilot Tom is green. We also have two here. Build competitions, which are special things that happen every now and then. Here's the thing that I'm also part of. Fun in Theory / Three Flags Oasis. This is a combination of an amusement park and Las Vegas. I kind of am building an amusement park. That's not the other thing. That's kind of a fourth project. Putting it aside to finish this project that's here. I'm building a hotel in the Vegas section. And here we are. Here's a map of the whole section. This is the amusement park. There's a game, the Connect 4 game is here. It's literally that. Type in Craft Theory Connect 4 and a video should show up showing you how to play it. Here's quite a bit of stuff before and after. And there's my hotel right up there, and the trees are there to make the lumber. Here's a smaller version of the map, so you can get an idea of what's going on. Anyway, here's the hotel. It is the Vegas Oasis. And I'm the only one building in Vegas right now, although there's a few other people that are going to soon get their projects going and join me here. It is the Vegas Oasis Hotel. And per usual, it is a property of the legacy chain, the Under Arms. Which, by the way, a lot of people make the joke, and I'll just squash that bug right now. The Under Arms is actually not an armpit joke. It is the name of a hotel chain back when I made a map for Doom called Hotel back in 1994. The summer of 94. And this is what we got here. It's not much to show you right now. And you were in hell and you needed a place to stay, so you stayed in the Under Arms Hotel. Now the naming reasons are, in the Boston area, some fancy restaurant, I can't remember, or hotel, can't remember the name of it. It was the something Arms. They were just beating it to death and people were joking about it. So I made this hotel and it was in hell. And hell is beneath the ground. So that is how I came with the name Under Arms. Under being beneath you in hell, and arms to be fancy, which it really wasn't. And that's how this hotel's going to be, except it's above ground. It's not going to be fancy, and no, the clouds actually do not go through the building. Minecraft's way of drawing clouds is screwed up. It's literally built exactly to the highest block level you can before the clouds go into the building. And you'll see that. This is going to be the casino in this section here, and a casino in this section here. This is the front desk. This is the Oasis logo, the big O on there. Similar to that, Vegas Oasis, that is the name of the hotel. You will be able to go through this side or the other side of this, and here are in the main room. I think this will be your traditional conference room setup here. And over here is going to be a restaurant. I just started to make the pillars look pretty, although I don't think I'm going to keep the cobblestone there. It's going to have a wooden floor. It's going to be a lot of wood in here. Haven't put any exterior walls on this part yet. And here are the stairwells, minus the stairs, but they're coming. So this is a 13-story building, yes. A hotel in Vegas with a 13th floor. And there's a reason for that. The price that I'm thinking of setting for staying here is just 1 iron ingot per night. And if you're too cheap and don't want to pay, which there are people that think that everything should be free on this server, I decide you can stay here for free, but you have to stay on the 13th floor. So I'm just going to take you up these elevators. Yes, the world's simplest elevator system, a ladder and a shaft. This particular system here serves this floor and floors 6 through 12. This one serves this 1 through 6 and the El Cheapo 13th floor. So what I'm going to do is, this is how you use a ladder elevator system. Back to the wall, backwards to go up. Left works as well, right works as well, and forward to get off. Simple enough. Anyway, as you can see, got the floors mostly decked. If you saw on the way here, there's still a few floors that need to be decked in. It's still just a frame and some acacia or seiya wood corners so I can get around. So yeah, the rooms will be here. The living space will be 5 blocks, and the bedroom will be 4. And the bed will be here, 1 block away from the wall, and a couple of chests. And you could walk out onto the balconies. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. I have worked on this building for like a few weeks now, and not once have I fallen to my death. Fallen off or fallen a floor or two? Yes, I have. Alrighty. And for those of you that are dirt cheap and don't want to pay, segregated from the rest of the hotel by using the low-rise quote-unquote elevator bank, we've reached the middle of the express zone, which is what that light block was there for. Here we are. It's also the safe place when it gets dark and I want to sleep the night off. This is the 13th floor. This is where all the El Cheapos that don't want to pay will go. Not only will it be cheap, there's only going to be a bed, no storage, nothing. You won't even... You might think, oh, look at this view. At least I get that. Now, there's going to be something to keep you away from this. You'll get this close, but there'll be a mild obstruction. And these are going to be the most butt-ugly rooms because you were too much of a cheapskate to spend an iron ingot per night. Here we go. These are the floors that are still in progress. And again, those that do, you'll have a living room and a bedroom and a balcony where you can enjoy the view. So, I know it's not much of anything right now, but this is quite amazing. A lot of people have told me that. This is quite an amazing build. Now, I will admit that this is not going to be exactly a pretty build. It's not... You know, I'm not trying to go with all the bells and whistles and everything. When the hotel is done, we'll start adding stuff like this beach will be part of it, regardless of where we're at. Ultimately, we might add a pool. Even though there's an ocean right there, we'll have a pool, we'll have maybe some water slides, maybe a lazy river to flow in, sit down and relax. Maybe empties out into the ocean. There you go. But that's a work in progress, and like I said, these trees are for fuel as well as materials. There's going to be a outdoor bar and lounge. These pillars, I think I'm going to replace them with wood. Have a wooden structure that goes all the way to the hotel. I think it's going to come out to this far. And before we wrap up the video, let's sleep off the night. You can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night. Even if somebody else sleeps here, if somebody else sleeps, which they're not right now, I'm going to still sleep anyway because this is where I want my spawn point to be for now. And here we are. Okay, all good. Although I think the start of the day is a little premature because even if you hit it at the exact moment, some monsters do spawn in, but it's not really that bad usually. Just a monster here, monster there. Nothing really that bad. Okay, I just want to line myself up. Good enough. So, that's my video on things that I'm doing here on the Craft Theory server. Some of it has unfortunately been lost due to a hard drive issue. And you saw my house, you saw Monty Hall from the outside. Next time you see that building, it'll be its own video and completed. Although I'll do a little more work on the inside, I'm not saying what, before I make the video public. And this place, the Vegas Oasis Hotel, that is the name. I'm doing this similar to how the 4 Points Hotel is done. It's actually a Sheraton, but it's called the 4 Points. This is an Under Arms property, but it's the Vegas Oasis. That's its real name, Vegas Oasis. And we just put the UA logo up there anyway. to let you know it's a property of the UA. And with that being said, this is Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.